What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring the college football revamp, of course. We are off to a really good start to the year. We are 3-0, and we're moving through Southwestern Conference play pretty smoothly so far, although that being said, can't take anybody for granted. You know, we've seen teams being upset, teams as good as us, you know, getting some unexpected losses, man. So we got to keep the focus. And we start this double header. Yeah, we're going to have a double header. We're going to have a custom coach check-in. Lots of content in this episode, but we're taking on Baylor, man. And Baylor's a solid football team. They're 1-1 as of right now. We're undefeated, of course. Their only loss going on the road against number 15 Nebraska, so they are a pretty solid football team. There's no doubt about it, but if we can do what we did in that Oklahoma State game, not turn the football over, continue to get a bunch of production, I think we're going to have a really good game and a really good episode on tap, and I hope you guys are really excited for that, man. If you are, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button too if you do have to be brand new. I'll see you guys out there on the field as we try to get 2 wins in a row here in this episode. Alright, boys, so we are officially out here, man. First game of the day. I'm trying to come out here and take care of business early. As first play of the game, how about this to get us started here, man? Andrew Hargrove taking himself down the sideline, and that man, somebody better call his mama, man, because there goes that man, mama. A huge 67-yard touchdown to start this game, man. Truck that man into the next dimension as well, too. Like, my man was seeing stars. And that is exactly how we wanted to go about starting this game. A quick 7-0 lead. So we'll see if we can go ahead and build off of that quick hitter as we'll take over once again. This time 3rd and short. Nobody accounting for the quarterback off the read option as Antoine DeAngelis able to find a good bit of running room there. He's going to pick up a huge first down there as a result of it. As we'll go ahead and hand it off on 3rd and 3 as Marcus Hayden, he's going to go ahead, pick up the first down here. Gain of 7. So diving deeper into Baylor territory. Going to go trips to the right. Going to try to pick up this 3rd and 4, and we will do exactly that as Lonnie Covington picks up a first down through the air. His first catch of the day is going to go ahead and extend this drive. DeAngelis throwing to the right-hand side. Gets it out to Justin McDonald. And now inside the 5-yard line. Going to go ahead. Wanted to call Curry up because I wasn't sure if Justin McDonald got that last foot down. But no worries from us whatsoever as we will go ahead and find that end zone once again. And doing it with a more methodical approach. That was about an 8-9 play drive that got us into the end zone. Multiple first downs there as well. So finding ways to score in both a quick hitter kind of sense as well as, you know, doing it more methodically. And see if we can keep that going. Great start for us here early as we already got 14 points. Offense doing what it needs to be done early on. Is now a couple plays later here going to set up the play action. Baylor, they send the blitz, but Hargrove, he wins his route relatively quickly, and we were able to get that pass off before that blitz could successfully get home. As we'll throw again here on 2nd and 5. This time the tailback getting a little bit more involved. That's Willie Lewis who gets his 2nd catch of the day. As a few plays later now, 3rd and short. Lewis going to go ahead, take the halfback draw. He's going to follow his blocks and not only get the first down, but he's going to get a touchdown with it as well. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the Sooners just strutting their stuff on their Southwestern Conference opponents, taking a 21-7 lead here midway through the 2nd quarter. And the Baylor Bears cannot respond in kind. So a chance to extend this lead even further as we call out Drew Ryan for the very first time today. He gets his first catch of the ball game for a gain of 10. As we'll throw again on 1st and 10. Really having some serious difficulties in terms of actually going about getting, stopping us out on the perimeter. Especially when we got that no huddle going. We got a man deep downfield. Andrew Hargrove just outrunning the entire secondary that Baylor bothered to put on the field. Beautiful throw and catch as Hargrove really launched that one up. Caught it in stride too. Hargrove didn't even have to slow down whatsoever. And while Baylor gets a field goal on their next possession, still doesn't change the fact we got a 28-10 lead here, man. We are really building up an impressive lead here in the first half. And with less than a minute and a half left to play, now it's time to go a little bit of no huddle. Lewis gonna try to run for the first down marker. Breaks a tackle there. He was going to be caught at the line of scrimmage, but a way to turn something out of nothing there. And we'll get back to the line with 3 timeouts still. DeAngelo's looking to the right. Nobody covering Willie Lewis. And I don't know how he gets caught from behind. Dude is a 99 overall guy. That is absolutely crazy to me, though. But it does set up a goal line situation, and we will be able to cash in on that. Vincent Dukes, the fullback. Yeah, our fullback getting involved in the offense. Everybody going to be touching the ball here in this first game of this episode, man. Huge lead here, 35-10. And so we got to find a way to build off of that. I mean, we had a obviously really impressive first half. As an offensive coordinator, really can't complain about it whatsoever. But now we see if we can go forth and try to build off of that. As we got 2nd and long now coming up. DeAngelis sends Willie Lewis out into motion. He's going to throw it out to the corner and finds his receiver downfield. And it's Greg Coleman with a huge gain. A gain of 29. And setting up another red zone opportunity. And it's going to possibly be barbecue chicken as DeAngelis is just too quick. You got to have a spy on this man at all times. Because if not, he's going to go ahead and take advantage 10 times out of 10. He's an athlete first and a quarterback second. And it showed on that last play there. As it's yet another touchdown. 32-point lead here. Baylor just having a really rough time just keeping it even remotely close. As once again, Baylor failed to get that spy out there on the perimeter, and Antoine DeAngelis takes advantage again. This time nearly a 30-yard scamper that sets up, you guess it, essentially another red zone opportunity. DeAngelis gets it out to Marcus Hayden, who was running that wheel route. No one accounted for him out of the backfield. So an easy throw and catch there, as it sets up yet another touchdown. Just really coming out here and pouring it on now. That we almost got the 50 burger up already, and we're not even done with the 3rd quarter yet. And if things don't get any better for us when they are now, man, we got a turnover from our defense that sets up amazing field position. So here we go inside the 5, looking for that last score and then getting the backups in there. And Andrew Hargrove, he's going to deliver and do just that, man. Quick 2-yard hit. That's going to cap off an amazing game for Antoine DeAngelis. Pretty sure it's one of the first times in this series that we didn't have any turnovers. I mean, we really got that gunslinger mentality with how often we throw the football. It works for us plenty of the time. And it certainly worked for us here to start this episode. Huge win against the Baylor Bears as we win by a score of 63-20. Alright, boys, so we do not take Baylor lightly, and it reflects that way on the scoreboard. We end up dropping not a 40 burger, not a 50 burger, but a 60 burger on them boys, man. We dropped 63 on Baylor. And 2 games in a row now where we don't have any turnovers. At least while I was playing in the game, I don't know what happened after we ended up simming out. But Antoine DeAngelis, great game once again. 28 for 36, 398 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He is really turning into something special. I wouldn't be shocked if he declares for the NFL draft after this year, the way that we are going as of right now. But Kevin Carpenter also looked pretty good, 4 for 6, 61 yards. Can't complain. Running game, though, we got 5 touchdowns in total. Willie Lewis had a huge trip into the end zone, 3 trips into the end zone off of 12 carries and 63 yards. Marcus Hayden also found the end zone, 11 for 59. And then Antoine DeAngelis ends up with 7 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown to go with it. 5 touchdowns on the ground. Pretty good day. Now, as for the receivers, Andrew Hargrove, man, he might be one of the best receivers in college football. Another monster day for him. 10 catches, 177 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the day. He was unstoppable. There was one other receiver that did end up getting into the end zone, and that was actually our junior fullback, Vincent Dukes. The Converse Texas product only had 1 catch on the day, but took it for 7 yards and found the end zone with it as well. So before we go ahead and jump into the second game of this episode, let's go ahead and have a quick tap in with one of your guys' custom coaches that was introduced back in season 1 of this series, and a big time matchup here early on in the Deep South Conference, as we got Georgia Tech and UCF going at it up against each other. Georgia Tech coming in number 3 in the country, nearly making it to the college football playoff last year, and then you got UCF, who's also in that top 8 as well, and they did make it to the college football playoff. So it should be very interesting to see how Justin Jones is able to go ahead and adjust to this Georgia Tech attack. And you could do all the game planning in the world, but at the end of the day, you got to come out there and make some tackles, right? That's really what it barrels down to, and that's just simply not happening right now. Georgia Tech able to rattle off a 50-yard touchdown, just didn't have those bodies out there, but give this coach a little bit of credit now after what we just saw from that performance. UCF, they do bring it down a little bit. They get things locked up, and that would actually be the only touchdown that the Golden Knights give up, and they even come out there. They get a turnover towards the end of the game. Last year, Georgia Tech ran these guys off the field when they were hosting it on their home stadium, but now that they're out here in the bounce house, roles getting reversed a little bit. You love to see it, as UCF is going to go ahead and they're going to take care of business, man. Big time win for the Golden Knights, as that will certainly help that resume down the road in terms of getting it into the college football playoff once again. So this takes us into the second part of this doubleheader, is we don't have a conference game this time around. We are taking on Southern Alabama. Now, Southern Alabama also, at least to a good start, 3-1 on the year so far, but I'm honestly not really that scared of this team. Talk about a team that only has a C+ offense, a B- defense. We're A+ across the board. We are simply built different. You know what time it is over here. But, Southern Alabama, they took care of the business compared to the teams that they went up against. Had an FCS win, a winless Louisiana Monroe. And I believe this is Arizona State here. I'm not sure if App State has a similar abbreviation or what. And a close loss to UAB. So, they've been competitive in their games. I'm not really concerned about them. But again, can't really be taking any of these teams for granted, because anyone can beat anybody on any given day. But I think it might be time to go ahead, get some alternate jerseys in there. Let's do, hang on, what do I want to do here? We'll rock with alt 1. But yeah, man, I'll see you guys on the field once again with the alternate jerseys, and let's go ahead and get it, man. Alright, man, so let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 of this episode, man. Got this little independent squad out here, South Alabama. We took them out previously with Troy, but this is not the start that we were looking for. Oh, not at all. Actually, this is the opposite of what we wanted to do. Turn the football over and it sets up a South Alabama touchdown on their first offensive drive of the ball game. And man, oh man, and we do it again. We do it a second time around. And this might be a pick six if it wasn't for the foot speed of Antoine DeAngelis. So at least it wasn't a pick six. At least we got that going for us. But man, is that not something that I really wanted to do right now? That was 100% not it. And now we're down 14-0. Not where we necessarily wanted to be given. We don't want to give, you know, these underdogs just really giving them the mindset that they can beat us. I'm really not trying to give them that state of mind. I'm trying to crush these guys under my foot. But we got to play a little bit better, man. And we go ahead. We throw across our body. Not something that you should do as a quarterback, but at least this time around, it does end up working out for us pretty well. 14-yard gain. And for the first time today, we are in South Alabama territory. Let's see if we can go ahead and come away with some points. As we got another 1st and 10 inside the 30. At South Alabama, they send the blitz, but we get it out to Hargrove just in time, and that's not a touchdown? Are we joking right now? I feel like that would have been a touchdown NCAA 06, but you know that's just me. Been playing a lot of 06 as of late. Just a gut feeling, right? Hopefully, that should be a touchdown. Like, I'm not crazy, right? But it doesn't hurt us. We get a touchdown anyways. Andrew Hargrove does break the seal off the scoreboard for us. We're still down by a possession, but starting to find ourselves a little bit more. As long as we don't turn the football over, we should be fine, right? Like, it shouldn't be any sort of problem or anything like that. As South Alabama here goes free deep safety, they were expecting us to go prevent or anything like that. I wouldn't have lined up in that formation. That only works with like 5 seconds left in the half. Like, what are we doing out here? As we'll go ahead and try to throw again with DeAngelis thinking about throwing a dot, and we do just that to Greg Coleman. What a rope to set up a goal line situation as we try to pound it in. DeAngelis dropping back. He's going to roll to his right, looking for somebody to get open, but we'll just go ahead. Nah, we're good off that. We're going to just run into the end zone ourselves. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And a little bit of a slow start for us, but we're starting to find that groove once again as we'll go ahead and tie this thing up at 14 apiece. As we get into midway through the second quarter, we start our next drive, and starting with a little bit of a bang there as Andrew Hargrove is able to cut up field for a gain of 16. And for the second time, actually third time today, we get into South Alabama territory. But they do a really good job of covering this route. But, hey, I got a 90 speed guy, man. What can I say about it at the quarterback position? The fact that we were able to walk in specifically with this guy in particular, playing quarterback, absolutely insane, man. I've never seen a quarterback with 90+ speed. At least, like, user-generated. I didn't create this guy, I swear. But anyway, we're back in the red zone again. We actually throw a dot over the middle to Greg Coleman, who's able to make the catch despite all the traffic that was going on around him. And another goal line set to give us the first lead of the day, and Antoine DeAngelis runs it into the end zone. Another score. First lead of the game against Southern Alabama. These Jaguars are certainly putting up a fight. I gotta give them credit where credit is due. But I think it's time for us to really take over. As we have the football once again, 1st and 10. DeAngelis looking to go ahead. He's going to throw at the last second as Justin McDonald gets open and no one's gonna catch him. He was gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown Sooners. And Justin McDonald, just reading the eyes of the quarterback, saw him scrambling and just does that scramble drill. That's what you get when you do one-on-one coverage. Justin McDonald, he is really athletic for a tight end, man. I love working with him, as a receiving tight end, man. Now, And blocking, he's not even that bad either. So just really a complete tight end. I'm just going to really just enjoy him while he's still on the team as we rope yet another long pass downfield. Drew Ryan, gain of 28, is now 1st and 10 once more. This time, gonna send it deep downfield, and only if we threw it a little bit farther, that would have been a touchdown, but still a big gain. Does suck a little bit that we kind of underthrew it a little bit. Not something I intended to do, but we will still go ahead and finish that drive anyways, as we get another score on the board. And keep in mind, we was down 14-0 at some point, right? Like, that was an actual thing that happened. We come out here, we proceed to put up 34 unanswered points before South Alabama can even get themselves going a little bit, as they do put another score on the board. Definitely giving big track meet energy right here, man. As we'll throw it once again to Andrew Hargrove, who does embody that 10 toes down movement, is able to get those feet down. Is now 3rd and short, going trips to the left. Got Hargrove to the right. DeAngelis looking. I don't know how we fit that in there, but I am so glad that worked so that we can keep this drive alive. Huge catch by Lonnie Covington, and it's another red zone chance as we look for that 40 burger. DeAngelis in shotgun, looks over the middle, gets it out to Lonnie Covington, who gets stuffed at the 1 yard line, but still a 1st down and still a goal line situation. Next play, DeAngelis looking to run it in, and he does just that. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And we get another score up on the board. 41, or at least it should be 41-21. We did miss an extra point, and we missed a second extra point. So our kicker definitely having a little bit of a bad day, but thankfully, or at least hopefully, we won't need him, because we do have this this bigger lead growing and developing here. Just something to be cognizant of as we throw again on 1st and 10. Just throwing it all over the yard and then some, as Drew Ryan makes the catch again. A gain of 20 there. Drew Ryan doing a nice job there. Is now 2nd and 10. DeAngelis rolling to his right. He's going to actually try to cut it upfield. Couldn't get it away from that linebacker there, but it does set up a nice little 1st down. You like to see that. Is now 2nd and short coming. DeAngelis going to cut it upfield. Lewis able to go ahead, pick himself up yet another 1st down as well, as we're into the goal line set. DeAngelis going to get it out to the right-hand side. Lewis gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma, as Willie Lewis gets himself another score on the board. And we now got 47 hung up on the board after an incredibly slow start. And the chance here to, maybe possibly get the backups in. I didn't think I was going to be saying that given the slower start that we had at the beginning of the game, but that is certainly a possibility now. Up by 26 as DeAngelis throws it downfield, gets it out to Marcus Hayden, and Hayden with a huge throw and catch there. Gain of 28 is now DeAngelis throwing again. Another completion, this time Andrew Hargrove. A lot of people getting a chance to touch the football. You like to see it. As DeAngelis going to throw to the left one more time. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a 50 burger as Antoine throws his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And in that point, we will go ahead and get our backups in for the remainder of the game. Make sure they get a little bit of experience and whatnot. But a huge win for us here, man. We get another 40-plus point win, taking care of South Alabama with ease. Alright, boys, so it was not the, I should say, ideal start that we wanted to have. I mean, down 14-0 is never a good thing, but we remember who we were, and we took care of business from there. I mean, we ended up scoring like seems like 50 points in the second and third quarter combined. Like, we really poured it on them. South Alabama got a safety somehow. Don't know how that happened in the sim, but it is what it is. We had the backups in at that point, but Antoine DeAngelis, he's up to a 95 overall, by the way. Another great game. 28 for 34, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Kevin Carpenter also did solid as well. 7 for 11 for 61 yards passing. Now for the running game, again didn't have a 100-yard rusher, but Will Lewis did a pretty good job, I would say. 13 for 75 and 2 touchdowns. But Antoine DeAngelis, he also found the end zone on the ground 3 separate times, so he ends up with 6 total touchdowns on the day. Very good stuff from our junior quarterback. And then we did have one 100-yard receiver, and Andrew Hargrove, he gets another 100-yard game. 7 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown. Drew Ryan also had a touchdown off of 5 catches and 84 yards. And then Justin McDonald, he only had 1 catch today, but it went for a really long catch, right? 65 yards, longest play of the day for us. Went into the end zone as well. And we got that 60 burger once again. Almost had the 70 burger, not quite, but great performance once again, especially once we got out of that first quarter. So it now means that we are 5-0, and it sets up a huge showdown in the next episode. Next time out, we're going to be taking on the Texas Longhorns. You know, good old-fashioned Red River rivalry. Should be a great game. I am so excited to get into this game, man. Should be a good one. So if you guys are excited for it as well, I need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smack that like button, and then of course hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. And with that, this is John J Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.